What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Poppy and I's YouTube channel. Today we started things off a little different. You see, Poppy's not on my shoulder as every video starts, and that's because Poppy is also getting her athletic nutrition, if you want to say. She is 19 years old, so I wouldn't really call her much of an athlete, but she still climbs and stuff, so she still got it, you know. So, carrying forth from last week, as today is part 2, I was mentioning yesterday that some things do come with name brand amenities. Like, these didn't even come in the package. They just came straight up in a Twizzlers package. Now, I'm really not one for Twizzlers. My wife is, so these are going to the wife. I'll give you another good example. These here, peppermint rings. You're gonna open them up, bow, just like that. Look at there. Lifesaver, church's favorite candy. Give me a hell yeah if you went to church and there was Lifesavers in the bowl. Worst mints in the world. If you like Lifesavers, good for you. I'm not really one for them. But I was putting a bet in that this cinnamon bun might just be a name brand honey bun. So let's go ahead and no, what a surprise! It is actually in not name brand honey bun. It looks nothing like a honey bun. It's damn, it had the Dave's double treatment and it went square. Okay, yeah. Let's give it a go. See how it's like. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. It hit with the initial flavor was nice and strong, just like it almost tasted just like a honey bun, and then it hit me with the dryness. It's like, not the biggest fan. And we're back, and as you can tell, maybe you can tell, maybe you can't tell, it's now nighttime outside. We wanted to wait a little bit before eating this because I wanted to demonstrate a little something. We're gonna get to our little history portion right now of the flameless ration heater. So MRE was in development in 1975, particularly with the flameless ration heater. You did have these, the rest of the MRE was in production at that point. Particularly in 1980 is when you started seeing mass usage of the MRE. And to heat the MRE, they came with trioxane tablets. And these trioxane tablets,
Captain Latino, I noticed sometimes when you are wrestling or opening up a can of whoop ass, as you like to say.
the word I'm looking for is trioxane. Trioxane tablets were used to heat them up by placing these in a canteen cup and boiling the water. And that proved to be ineffective for two reasons. One, that kind of defeated the purpose of the MRE. You're almost right back at C rations minus the packaging. And two, this is the age when night vision was really starting to find its own. So at this point, we're at generation 2 night vision. Generation 1 is considered with your the scopes used in Vietnam, as well as its predecessors that were used in late World War II. Yeah, baby. So that was Generation 1. It was all just scope mounted night vision. They were big, they were very heavy, and 100 likes on this video, I will obtain a Vietnam night vision scope, and we'll snipe out a hockey puck from about 300 yards out in the dead of night. Yes, indeed. You like that idea? Yeah, she likes that idea. You gonna get up on the shoulder? There you go. All right. Oh, okay. You know you wanted to stay in the baby hold. Okay, she's nice and comfy now. So anyway, so developments in time, and they're heating these primarily 3 ways. They're using the we're just gonna call it T-tablets. My accent, I've done used up all my big words for today. They're using the T-tablets, boiling them, heating them up like that. They're using the engine blocks off of cars to heat their meals up. And 3 is primarily they're just eating them cold. And about 1980, it was discovered with the Navy. The Navy was using auto-inflating light vests that when they would come in contact with the water, they would have a chemical reaction that will cause the life vest to inflate. And as a consequence of this chemical reaction, typically with a chemical reaction, you have chemical A, chemical B mixed together, and it produces some type of energy, typically heat. And in this case, it produced heat. When chemical A would hit water, and it was a type of magnesium compound. Yes. Big history. Oh, you're getting a little angry. Here, let me set you down, baby. Yeah. Fuck, cat party. Shit. Fuck. God damn, I had to finish the video in the gas mask. Woo! Jesus, fuck. Such a little body produces such foul air. Ugh. So as that technology is being perfected in the 80s, by May of 1990, these were issued in the MREs for the first time. And through about the mid-90s, you still had the T-tablets, as I'm out of being able to say big words right now. They continued to be issued, but later phased out right when the war on terror was starting. So, we're gonna do something pretty amazing here. We're going to cook this MRE using this packet under night vision. Yes, night vision on a hockey channel. What an autism. So yeah, right now it is completely dark in here. We have our canteen cup that we're going to use for our MRE. Now, at this point, I am going to cut. You are in first person view. We're going to open our package. This is from my point of view. A little folded. That's my toes. little bit. Okay. This is digital night vision you guys are looking through at the moment. And that is because that allows me to film in the same way. Let's play a game. Go in the fucking bag. Fuck the bag. Alright. It's fine. It's in the bag. Oh crap, that actually worked. We got our canteen here. We got some water here. See if I can. That's good. Here. We got this. Oh yes. We did it. I think we managed to do it without this. Now we got hold our top. I kinda wish I had some handy cam in the back so you could see this better. You can see slapping it. Do a little spank. Helps it work a little faster. Ooh, ooh, it's getting hot. That's getting hot. I'm gonna put this upside down. Step out so you can see it. See? It's not lighting up any faster. Now you see that bag inflating, you'll see that that's that same chemical reaction we discussed earlier with the life jackets. The light giveaway with a fire safety source. See, that's getting hot. And if I had a thermal, you would be able to see that getting hot. We have a candle right here. A mushroom shaped candle with that. Look at mushrooms. We got our thing of matches. You can tell it's not the greatest. Yeah, I gotta feel it out. Oh crap. Whoa, here it is. And let me get this in here before I burn the shit out of it. So yeah, flameless, flame, no light giveaway, a shit ton of light given away. And if you want to see the World War I helmet that I modernized that night vision was attached to, that video will be posted at the end of this video. So meanwhile, we're gonna take this candle, go ahead and put it out. Putting a mason jar lid over a candle to put it out is a lot safer than just blowing it out because it keeps wax from blowing everywhere when you're trying to put out the candle. And also keep for nasty flashbacks. Fortunately, we had very minimal splash zone from me putting this MRE together. Trying to do things with a night vision binocular. To put in perspective, it really knocks your sense of your where your limb direction is. I guess is the best way of putting it. Everything is like a solid foot further than it seems under a night vision. In a future video, next time we revisit the MRE, I do want to cook an MRE in the ways that was around before this bag. Right? Use the engine block off my truck to heat one up, as well as obtain some tea tablets and heat them up with a traditional army-based stove that would use those tablets. In the meantime, let me dry this up and let's get to serving this MRE. Okay, so our MRE is finished, and of course You know, I already know how this is gonna go. We're gonna add our own Louisiana twist, and we're gonna have some other involvements from some other organizations. So, as of right now, we have our really nice, warm MRE. We have our jalapeno cheese. We have the tortillas. Both the tortillas and the jalapeno cheese came with the Sloppy Joe MRE, or Messy Marcus, depending on how far you go down the shelf. We pulled from a different MRE, Tabasco hot sauce. We're actually going to utilize some Louisiana hot sauce this time, as well as we're going to utilize a little bit of Blue Plate mayonnaise, which is a fantastic New Orleans staple. And we're going to serve this because it is a Sloppy Joe, and with the name Sloppy Joe, it is in fact sloppy. We're going to utilize a mess kit from the Boy Scouts of America. So this was my mess kit back when I was in the Boy Scouts, and as you can tell, it was used pretty lovingly, in fact. And on the top here, I hockey taped the stands to the T-bar tablets stove. So that's the stand bars to hold the silverware. And inside here, I bet after all this time, there it is, the base of the stove. And we'll revisit that at a later point. But right now, what I want to visit is this main bowl right here. This is what we're going to serve out of. So, I'm going to go ahead and shut that up. You're going to put this back in storage and carry forth with our preparation. I'm fixing to be a bad influence for any new recruit or whatever for a minute here, but this is a comfort item, trust me. At some point, one of your crewmates will sneak in some type of peanut butter or condiment into the sleeping bag. And for my civilians who've never experienced military life, that is a big no-no in recruit training command of whatever branch you serve in. For most familiar with the Marine Corps of Paris Island and whatever the hell they do stuff on the East Coast or West Coast. I don't know where Paris Island is at. And maybe it's the Army that's got like two or three different boot camp locations. I don't know. I don't keep up with it anymore. But anyway, for this particular recipe, if you are served MREs or you facing MREs in boot camp, you can get mayonnaise from the galley. Make sure you're not seen, put it in your pocket. And inside your rack is a lock section where if that section is locked, the RDCs will not go through that locked section. Okay, that's for your private stuff. If you leave it unlocked and the RDC throws that stuff on the floor, because they will, or RDC or whatever your branch's equivalent is of that particular drill instructor, and that mayonnaise is tossed on the floor, your entire division will pay for it. So do not get caught putting mayonnaise in your pocket to comfort yourself with this MRE recipe, okay? Do that at your own discretion. I'm just telling you that it exists. I'm telling you that at one point I may or may not have put stuff in my pocket and ran it into the bag, but I never got caught. Here we go. Alright, tortillas. And as you can tell, this is a standard flat tortilla, flour based. There's nothing too crazy different about what you would pick in a grocery store. We're gonna go ahead and line our bowl with one. I'm gonna take the other one, I'm gonna fold it back up, and I'm going to slide it back into the package. That way it doesn't get all over the top of our toolbox, which is probably an unsanitary location. What now I'm gonna do now, I'm going to open my jalapeno cheese. Take a little glob direct to mouth because it's so good. Take a little bit, put a little glob on the tortilla. Now normally I don't put cheese on my sloppy joe, but when you're blessed with jalapeno cheese, it makes for a really amazing time. I just put 2 little spots in there. I'm not gonna have a lot. Now, I'm going to remove MRE from the heater package. Ooh, yeah. This is one of the moments I need a thermal. Messy Marcus. Give me a shot if you ever seen that in the grocery store shelf at one point. I know, makes me think of my homeboy. There it is. There it is. Here's the sloppy joe. Let me pull a little bit on the spoon straight up so you guys can really get a good look at it. I know it's about the same color as the spoon. There it is. Sloppy joe. Legit tastes the exact same as what you would get in like a canned sloppy joe. Now we're gonna utilize a tool from another army, the Swiss Army, and we're gonna use, you guessed it, the Swiss Army knife, because the plastic in the Tabasco sauce is kind of hard to hold. I keep biting my nails off. I'm gonna utilize this saw portion. Now this is not an authentic, like, issued Swiss Army knife, obviously, because it doesn't have like the steel sides. This is a civilian version of the Swiss Army knife for a more specialized tool set. I'm a redneck, so it does more woodsman and mechanical stuff than just your basic Swiss Army, your basic knife, which is what it's issued. The cool thing about a Swiss Army knife is you can take them apart and add whatever tools that you need to add. So for instance, if you want to use the body of the Swiss Army knife, the issued version, you can in fact take a handle of the same size and add in tools from the civilian version to build a custom knife. And I think there are a few YouTube channels out there, because there's a YouTube channel for everything. A few YouTube channels that will in fact teach you how to do that. In fact, I might do the same thing myself because I got a few chips on my Swiss from me dropping it in just general use over the last few years. So, got our authentic Louisiana Tabasco sauce, and if you ever browsed over Corporal Corner, shout out to Corporal Corner. He will tell you that this is some of the greatest stuff on earth and a blessing similar to the jalapeno cheese when you receive this in the MRE. And we're just gonna dump in about that whole bottle, give or take. Get to that. The last dab. I'm not choking because it's hot. I'm choking because it went down the wrong pipe. I'm a spitter, not a swallower, apparently. I'm just gonna mix this in. Mix in Tabasco. Get a little extra heat. Get a taste test. I would say the Tabasco is probably a better addition, Sloppy Joe, than something like Melinda's would be. Okay, you can't really have just one hot sauce for all. You gotta have a selection to choose from. We're gonna take our blue plate. I'm just gonna add a small glob. Enjoy a sloppy Joe, because most of the time, you know, if you eat a sloppy Joe and you like mayonnaise on your sandwiches, you're gonna add mayonnaise to your sloppy Joe. That's just a given. Add a little bit of sloppy Joe to a taco. A couple spoonfuls of pudding. Any more than a couple of spoonfuls, and then it gets a little too sloppy for enjoying it. And there you go. I'm gonna fold it in half, and you get Louisiana slop tots. Mmm. 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 I mean, when you're doing MRE right, it's so good. It's so good. But you have to do it right. And this is something obviously you wouldn't do under battlefield conditions. But emergency rations, this goes a long way for morale. And if you are a military member in a field exercise, doing athletic things with this athletic meal, you too would appreciate this fantastic recipe. Put you all in view. Thank you guys for joining me on part 2. If you like this type of content, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe, comment for me, baby. Tell me what you think of the Louisiana slop top, and if you have the opportunity to give it a go, please leave a comment, tell me what you think of that. Also, look at our last video on part 1, tell me what you think of the Cat 5 shake, where we taken the protein powder and mixed it with a little bit of coffee creamer to make it taste like chocolate ice cream. That will also be posted at the end of the video, as well as our helmet build utilizing a World War I reproduction Brody helmet where we mounted night vision that you guys get to see in person right off the bat for today. In the meantime, I love you guys. Take care in this crazy time, and I will see you on part 3 of where we finish reviewing and discussing the history of the MRE. And if you guys don't mind, I got a second taco to finish.
요즘 사람 시기와 질투 Too clean with the drip 난 좀 배로 그러면 난 전부 버리고 No respect on my name 우리는 빛부터 달라 I don't play no games